Miami is a beautiful town you can live in Florida, but that's completely different than you get a feel in suburb. So in this video, we are going to break down the differences living in Miami and living in suburb. What are the main differences? What are kind of pros and cons we are going to mix together in this video so you can decide if you are in case looking to relocate or you are still learning about the area. Then this video will help you out comparing Miami and suburb. So living in Miami and living in suburb has two different fields. For example, my husband works in Miami, but still we live in suburb, and there are so many reasons we chose that. And in this video, it's just not what are kind of norms here in Florida, why people choose Miami versus suburb, but at the same time, my personal experience I'm going to share in this video because this is completely suitable to my situation. So my husband has been working more than 3.5 years in Miami, but still we decided to live in suburb. And I know he's compromising a couple of things, like especially the commute, but still, is it worth it for us? Because of certain reasons, we made this decision. So before wasting any more time, let's talk more in detail. What is the feel in Miami? So Miami is just like a mini New York. If you go there, you have almost more than, I would say, 350 high-rise buildings just in Miami City itself. You do get to see a lot of other cities around you, like Miami Beach, Aventura, so many other cities, Hialeah, you will see there too. But this is what I'm talking about is more specific to Miami downtown or Miami area itself. So if you live in Miami, that's more like a city life because you have a lot of high-rise buildings, you have the things are 24/7. You feel like it's pretty active. Like, for example, the nightlife is pretty active there. You have a lot of different kinds of outdoor things you can do, especially if you love food. Then Miami is amazing for that. It's a multicultural. In general, South Florida is multicultural, but Miami has a lot of glimpse about Latino, Hispanic, and lot many other cultures. So if you like living in that multicultural, then definitely Miami is a great choice for you. If you're looking to live in a city life, then also Miami is amazing. If you're looking to live like a lifestyle, like, technically city lifestyle and the Florida lifestyle together, then Miami could be your choice because the beach is very close there. Even though there are some drawbacks like traffic is crazy inside Miami, but you do have some of the public transportation like a freebie or there is a rail service there or even having the local bus. That's also possible you can utilize if you're living in Miami itself. So the point is the beach is very close. So many parks there. I guess is around 150 plus parks in Miami itself. So if you're looking to enjoy like not just the weekend but daily life, you're going to looking to go outdoor having some fun with family, then definitely Miami can give you a lot of proximity to that lifestyle. Talking about suburb has a different feel. Suburb is more private. Suburb is completely opposite to that. Suburb doesn't have high rises. Suburb is more about single family houses. So talking about single family houses, Miami do have certain neighborhoods which you will like it for single family, but they're only few. And another piece I feel like Miami is mixed with neighborhoods, like for example safe and unsafe neighborhoods, very thin demarcation line you will find. For example, one block you will find amazing luxury houses, but another second to third block it's a little bit mixed. That's why most of the high-rise, actually almost like 99% of the high-rise, they have their personal security and they're very strict on that. Like, for example, even though you have a guest coming, you do have to let them know in advance. Nobody can even use the elevator without having the fob or special permission from you. So it's a very secure location. The property wise, the builders have really did a great job to kind of considering that it's really multi-ethnic and a lot of things are going around in that city because it's a tourist town too. So much population, is very heavy in a population. So comparatively, you have a lot of turnaround happening in Miami City itself. So that's why, even though you go for the older buildings, still they're very much secure. If you like to live in single family with the bigger lots, then probably it will be very difficult to find. You got to have what some people do it, they buy very old properties like 1930s or 1920s and then they remodel completely. That's kind of trend happening in last 2 years, especially last 2 years in a COVID time. A lot of people are buying that, also near to the ocean or even west side of Miami. Also a lot of turnaround happening for the single family houses, but those houses are very, very old, so you definitely have to remodel. And the prices are various too because the cost of living there is very high. Cost of living compared to suburb I'm talking about. So, in suburb, in $200 per square foot to, if you go maximum $300 per dollar square foot, you will get amazing neighborhoods to live. For example, if you live in Parkland, maximum you have to spend around $280 per square foot to $300 per square foot. And you can get amazing mansions there. And it's like a newer communities. Like in Miami, if you want to buy newer communities, oh my God, you have to cross your limits sometimes. If you have a good budget, then definitely Miami is amazing. The average pricing there runs more than $700,000 there in a good neighborhoods I'm talking about. So this is also still condos. If you're talking about single family houses, like even older homes also runs around million plus there. So cost of living even for housing is very high. And let's talk about the general cost of living. So per person there is $1,000 per month. I would say must need it. I'm not even talking the housing there. So restaurants are very expensive there. Food in general, groceries are a little bit more expensive there. Transportation, like if you're looking to, not to stuck in those traffics, and many people try to use the local, like for example, the motorbikes or the golf carts. Also, I've seen people using it. So again, you have the lifestyle, but you do have to spend some extra money in experience to that lifestyle. And if you're living in that environment, where nightclubs are so close, the beach is so close, you do tend to spend more money there for doing the outdoor funs. In suburb, we hardly go sometimes to beach. So even though, you live in Florida, you have experience of living in Florida, like weather and everything. But again, if you're living in suburb, that's the biggest drawback. You would not go to beach every single day or maybe even every week. I've seen some families going more often in weekends, but still it's a little difficult because it's 20 minutes at least minimum you need to count if you're living in suburb. So when I mentioned suburb is the towns like Coral Springs, Parkland, Weston, those are the suburb towns. Even Boca. There are a couple of towns which is close to beach, like a Boca Raton, which is very close to beach. So if you live in Boca East, it's a little bit different feel. This is what I'm talking about, the west side of, a little bit more west side of Miami and a little bit northern side. If you go, let's say, not to go to north and because of the work you have to stay near to Miami, other cities as a suburb I count as the Pembroke Pines, Miramar, which are very, very famous because of the school zones too. So that brings me another topic, the schools. Like the public schools in Miami is a little bit mixed. The private schools are amazing there, charter schools are amazing there. But public schools, you have to see which zip code you go to. In general, if I count as a Miami in general, it's difficult to tell. So in general, if I talk about the Miami schools has the kind of middle ratings. But some of the zip codes, yes, definitely they do have amazing ratings. So it depends on, again, your requirement for the schools, how much money you want to spend. Because cost of living, as I told you, that it's really high. So if you put the kid in private schools, you do get to kind of consider that too. So if you're, let's say, young couple, then two people, definitely you got to have more than $5,000 income to enjoy in Miami. let's talk about the condo market, because that's what is famous in Miami. So condo market, comparatively, it's not expensive compared to other states like New York or California. If you're going to compare, it's not too expensive. Like if you have budget around 500,000, you can get a beautiful condo there. And there are some cities very close to Miami, like a Sunny Isle is very famous for lifestyle. At the same time, things are so close, and very nice condos also you may find, even though a little bit older building, but possible to find on a beach. So if you're looking to live on a beach, oh my God, Miami is yours, because you do have a flexibility from 500,000 to going about the million. So again, if you're going in a condo market, you have a lot of things to think about too. How much is HOA, if there is any special assessment fees from that condo. I have one of the video where I've talked a little bit more about the condo market. So try to see that video, that will help you too. So, but anyways, like buying condo is pretty easy in Miami, and it's not comparatively very expensive. But if I compare with Suburb, it's definitely expensive. With the same price, you may get more square footage, your own lot, single family houses, and there in Miami you may have to compromise, so many other things. But again, beach is very close. Lifestyle is, yours. Like, you every day you can enjoy there. I mean, living in this beautiful weather. If you're looking to invest, then also Miami is amazing there, because you can find the buildings where there is very hard to find, but it's still possible to find cheap. The Airbnbs there. The market in Airbnb there is very, very hot, because it's one of the very famous tourist town. If you just look on your website on Airbnb, you will hardly find properties available there. It's so expensive. I'll show some examples on my screen, some properties, like what kind of condos I'm talking about when you want to rent. If let's say you want to do the annual rents, then also it's a pretty nice properties there. So it's average rent, like I would say 2 bedrooms that easily close to ocean is 5,000 plus. And right now in COVID time, oh my God, it's been very, very hot rental market on Suburb, and also in Miami too. But the Suburb pricings are completely different. Just give an example, 2 bedrooms in Suburb is cost around $1,800 in an amazing good area with the A+ school zones. In Miami, it's all about views. So if you are taking with the view, then it's much expensive. Like it can go even $6,000 per month. The lower end without view could play around between $3,500 to $4,500 per month. So it depends on the proximity where you want to live in Miami. So if you're really moving just for the lifestyle, I really prefer to live close to beach, because the traffic there is very crazy. As I told you, the public transportation, there are some options, but still it's not as feasible as should be, and the traffic is crazy. Like going to A to B location, maybe it's just 5 miles, but it can take you easily 30 to 40 minutes. In Suburb, that's something you won't face, because Suburb is pretty much open. The roads are very wide, so many options to go to the highways, and it's pretty cool. That's one of the reasons we don't live there, because in Miami, if let's say you want to go to some other city, it takes sometimes forever to take the highway. So you have to live near to 95 or Turnpike, not to stuck in traffic. Even though it's not job hours, still the Miami is hot, in a traffic wise. So my husband works in Miami, but still we decided to live in Coral Springs. That's one of the reason. Another reason we found this, the cost of living, because here I live in 3,500 square foot lakefront property. It's so amazing. We bought it, actually it was one of my flip deals, so I bought it in very low value, but right now it can cost around 850,000 to 900,000. This kind of property, here it's you get your private lot. I mean, I have almost more than acre lot, and if you want to buy something in Miami, it could be millions of dollars. So basically, if you're looking to live in single family and you want to live something like, average pricing between 600,000 to, like, I would say, let's give a round figure below $1 million single family houses, then Suburb is your choice. Because if you're looking to live in condo, then definitely the Miami is better for you.